The popular reality television show Little Women Atlanta has been on the Lifetime network as one of the spin-off series from the TV series franchise Little Women. The show focused on the lives of little people as they navigate the world of average-sized people, making its TV debut in January 2016 and becoming one of the most watched TV shows on the cable channel. It aired its final episode for the 6th season in September 2021, and fans have been wondering if it will be back for another season in 2022. Little Women Atlanta is a show about 7 women based in Atlanta with a genetic condition called dwarfism. They prefer to be called little people, who generally share the same physical characteristics of having a height of 4 feet 10 inches and under. It featured the common problems that most little people encounter, and the things they have to deal with in the average-sized world. Just like the original series, it also has the element of what made Real Housewives successful, and was the second spin-off series based on the success of Little Women LA, from the production company Kinetic Content. It generated close to 1.5 million viewers of each episode from its premiere on the 27th of January 2016. The first to be included in the cast was Miss Juicy, who has been popular in the local Little People community due to her radio stint. It was through her that the main cast was developed, from the list of little women who were living in Atlanta. Just like most reality TV series, some narratives stayed the same, but some evolved as the series grew bigger. However, the success of any show depends particularly on how the first season was presented to the viewers, and how the main cast of characters was perceived. So get to know the original cast and make the series as equally interesting as the original series. Shirlene Miss Juicy Pearson was born on the 5th of January 1972 in Corsicana, Texas. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in Computer Information Systems from DeVry Institute of Technology, works as a radio show host, and was one of the regulars on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show from 2008 to 2019. In 2020, she started co-hosting a digital radio show called Reek Radio. She's known in the Little People community with her self-proclaimed title, Queen of Atlanta. She was married for 15 years, but it ended in divorce. In the show, she's considered the mother figure of the group, as she's the oldest member of the cast. She has a beef with another member, Ashley Minnie Ross. Ashley Rosemary Minnie Ross was born on the 21st of October 1985 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. She graduated with a bachelor's degree from Chattanooga State Community College and was a professional hairstylist before she joined the reality TV show. Minnie has a tight friendship with fellow cast members, the Tiny Twins. She's not on good terms with Juicy. They were once friends, but drifted apart somewhere along the way. Minnie said that Juicy would often say mean and cruel things about her, while Juicy claimed that Minnie was a consummate liar. On the 27th of April 2021, it was reported that Minnie had died in a vehicular accident. Her fellow cast members paid tribute to her in the premiere of the 6th season of the show. Emily Fernandez was born on the 30th of June 1991 to biological parents of average height. They put her up for adoption when she was a baby, and she was adopted by a couple from the Little People community. Life has been tough for her since her mother passed away when she was a teenager, and her father works out of state. Emily works as an event host and professional club dancer, along with her best friend and fellow cast member Brianna Barloff. After they were featured in Lil Chucky's music video, Da Wop, they were professionally known as the duo, The Cheeks. She calls herself Right Cheek, with Brie as the left cheek. Emily has a daughter named Ava, who is 4 years old and of average normal height. Brianna Lynn Brie Barloff was born on the 20th of April 1992 in Dover, Pennsylvania. Her father was average-sized, and her mother has dwarfism. She was a daddy's girl, and it was quite hard for her growing up since she lost him in a car accident when she was 9 years old. She has a 2-year-old son named Malik, who is also a little person. Father of her baby, Wuda, is of average height, and with whom she fell in love the day they met. They have a complicated relationship, as they live together, but he doesn't want to commit to her. She's not waiting for him forever. Before she moved to Atlanta, she worked for Emily in Texas as a nanny for her daughter. The best friends met at a Little People of America convention, and since that day, have become a family. They were curious as to why people can't tell them apart, because they aren't twins. They've danced at parties, hosted events, and acted in MVs. Amanda and Andrea Salinas were born on the 18th of April 1993 in Texas, so they are known as the Tiny Twins. Amanda claims that of the two, she's the angel, and Andrea the devil. They moved from Dallas, Texas to Atlanta because they heard the clubs were popping, and like Emily and Brianna, they worked as entertainers in the club scene. Going to Atlanta was a huge step for them, as it was the first time they'd lived on their own, away from their families. They also brought their boyfriends, Jordan and Chris, with them. Andrea said one of the reasons moving to Atlanta was hard was because she couldn't bring her son Andre with her. He's 2 years old and also a little person, and almost died when born because he was sickly. Later on, he was diagnosed with a lung disease, so they decided to let him stay with his grandparents. Tiffany Money Cachette was born on the 26th of October 1982 in Houston, Texas. She was a medical claims examiner before she joined the TV show. She was previously married to Derek Becton Sr., and they have a son named D2. Money soon fell in love again and became engaged to Moreland Ragland. Their planning and the wedding ceremony were part of her narrative in the show, all chronicled in 4 episodes, with the other girls helping her make it a memorable one. In the Little Women universe, she's the tallest in the group at 4 feet 6 inches, or 1.35 meters, second only to Jessica Capri Sloan from Little Women New York by an inch, a couple of centimeters. When Emily and Brianna left the show and returned to live in Texas, the show upgraded Tanya Scott's status from guest to the main cast in the 3rd season, but she only stayed with the show for 2 seasons. They also added Samantha Ortiz in the 4th season, but she wasn't seen after that. During the 6th season, they added Abira Green to the mix. Tanya Tahana Scott was born on the 13th of June 1993 in Virginia. She worked as an exotic dancer, but retired when she became pregnant. When she gave birth to her son Jaden, she had an epiphany and became a herbalist. One of the reasons why she moved to Atlanta was to expand her business called Life Body Naturals. She now has 3 children, 2 with an ex-boyfriend, music producer and vegan chef Devin Neal, the 3rd with another ex-boyfriend, Nico Cobb. Samantha Ortiz was born on the 18th of January 1995 in New Jersey and is the youngest to be included in the cast, only in season 4. She was a makeup artist before she joined the TV show and was already friendly with Money and Tanya. The decision to move to Atlanta was purely about business, as she wanted to expand her clientele. She was busy preparing and launching her online Sam's Glam shop when she was on the show. It was difficult on her part because she left her boyfriend Michael in New Jersey, so they had to adjust to a long-distance love affair. Abira was born on the 6th of March 1986 in Tampa, Florida. She used to be an exotic dancer with a stage name Fire, sometimes called Lil V, Lil Vicious. Exotic dancing was her bread and butter for 10 years before she transitioned to become a singer-rapper, businesswoman, and reality TV star. At one point in her life, she was even involved in boxing. She has 4 children to support: Jasper, J. Henry, Terbira, and Phoebe. Only the youngest has turned out to be a little person like her. Abira was friends with Tanya Scott even before she joined the TV show, as they used to dance together, and moved to Atlanta to pursue a singing career. She started as a recurring guest in the show for 3 seasons, before she was promoted to the regular cast in season 6. Her turbulent relationship with the Tiny Twins over the years made headlines. Initially, the fights between them were all verbal, with both sides throwing shade, but then escalated to getting physical with each other. Of course, there have been several interesting issues, altercations, and rumors in Little Women Atlanta. Well, it wouldn't be reality TV otherwise. It was quite obvious from the first episode that Emily and Brianna have a beef with Amanda and Andrea. The moment they found out through Instagram that the Tiny Twins arrived in Atlanta, it didn't sit well with the duo. Apparently, it was the Cheeks who opened the doors for the twins in the club scene, so they could make money with the looks and skills back in Dallas. Emily felt that they had been used, and it seemed that the twins had become too arrogant for their own good. She said she'd had enough of them copying their every move, and believed that the twins purposely wanted to take over the club scene from them. There was a twerking contest in a club hosted by Miss Juicy, in which both the Cheeks and the Tiny Twins participated. Emily was upset that the twins had a lot of nerve coming to their turf. Andrea, on the other hand, said that they would surely win the contest, since they have fat asses. The Tiny Twins won the competition that night, as the audience found the twins adorably sexy. It sure upset the Cheeks duo, and when they had a small talk after the competition, things turned ugly. Minnie arranged a spa bonding day for them to sort out their differences, and they agreed to call truce, but all knew that it could be broken any time. During the first season, Minnie said that she and Juicy had a long history together. They were once close friends, but Juicy complained that during the debut episode, Minnie repeatedly said untruthful things. For instance, she highly doubted Minnie's claims that she was in a relationship with rapper Pastor Troy. When Emily and Brianna told Minnie that Juicy had told them that she was lying about it, she was upset, as at her age, she doesn't need to make up stories like that. In the next 2 seasons, Minnie claimed that she was impregnated by her boyfriend. When Pastor Troy asked about it, he initially told everyone that there must be a DNA test first, but didn't deny the relationship. However, later on, he told everyone that it wasn't true, as they weren't really dating, that Minnie was just his friend. He claimed that Minnie told the story to attract interest, but he wasn't upset about it, since it would help his friend gain relevance. In the 3rd season of Little Women Atlanta, Minnie confessed to Juicy that she wasn't pregnant. The tiny twins, who were pretty close to her, were upset that Minnie lied to them, and to make matters worse, Juicy was the first to be informed about it. One of the other issues that they had was when Juicy claimed that Minnie underhandedly took management of the singing careers of Amanda and Andrea from her. Juicy said that Minnie has always been jealous of her and wanted to be a Juicy wannabe. While other reality TV stars would make an effort to leave their tempers at the door before filming, so that they wouldn't get into altercations with their frenemies on the show, some of the cast of Little Women Atlanta couldn't care less. When Abira first appeared in the TV show, one of the twins invited her to their first gig so that she could hang out with all the girls. However, she was bitchy during the event, making faces and criticizing the performances of the twins. After that, there was a confrontation, and insults were thrown. Juicy fixed the situation by having the two sides talk it out as mature people, and they came to an agreement. However, it seemed that each time they got together, their tongues would get the better of them. One of the most unforgettable fights between Abira and the twins was when they all attended the launch of Juicy's new Ira line at a restaurant. It started with a simple argument that escalated to drinks being thrown. Juicy tried to placate them, but soon found herself with a bloody cut on her forehead, caused by one of the glasses that was thrown. The last episode of the 6th season was aired in September 2021, and fans eagerly waited for the 7th season, but rumors that it was cancelled went around social media. There was no official announcement about it, but Joe Nuffo, one of the executive producers of the show, posted something about it on his Instagram. With Little Women Atlanta's season finale happening last week, it's most likely a conclusion of all things Little Women on the Lifetime Network. He also said that he'd like to congratulate and celebrate with his wife Tara Jolie for getting the job done with flying colors. Joe also mentioned the 10 spin-off series and other specials created following the success of the original show. Some of the fans were confused as to whether the post was about the cancellation of the shows altogether, or that their contract with Lifetime Network ended. Generally, most of the viewers took it as a goodbye post and considered that all the shows on the Little Women franchise were cancelled. So fans, hold your breath.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.